Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope everybody's doing fine. I really do. You know, I've been telling y'all for years that to copy, share, repeat everything that you can to get the information out. And at this time, I'm going to apologize. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because all the information that I've put up for years, this was done in 2016, a rebuild of the first page I ever done on this. And now, to speak plain and frank, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, I have spent several hours today rebuilding this page, and I can't complete it completely. And some of the things that I've put up, like on Scribit, an embed code place where you could put up stuff on embed codes. It's got two different things. It's got HTML and it also has for WordPress. The WordPress Scribit files now do not show up other than giving you the Scribit URL, but it won't open. Now, I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. We're going to go down the whole page, but I'm going to scroll down right now. Huh. Oh, here it is. Now, this is Scribit. This is done with HTML file, not with the Scribit link for WordPress anymore. And every one of these that I've put up throughout my whole website has been changed now to looking like, let me scroll down here. It's going to take a minute. We're not going to be here for just a short minute or two. It's going to take a while for me to scroll down the page just to show you. There's one right there. I ain't got to go that far. See this right here? See how it stops? Don't want me to show you this. That's a fact. That won't take you nowhere. And if it does take you somewhere, it'll take you to a page to repair the Scribit link. But that don't work neither because I tried that a while ago. And also to let you know that there's multiple videos missing now off this page. And I just checked this about 6 months ago. And it was all fine. I checked this page a lot. Why? Because it's an important page. I just hadn't checked it lately. And there's multitudes of links on here. All of these blue lines that you see in here, folks, you need to go to them, download them, do your own research throughout all of this stuff because this page is not going to be here long. They've made it so slow to load that it's absolutely ridiculous. I went to it today. Not only one photo was showing up, and that was the very first one that you've seen, with me sitting in the front of the upside down flag. And I'm not lying to you folks. And you see, I'm trying to scroll down, and it's moving very slow. There's a lot of information here. All of these things that change or do something, all different. And I've tried my level best for years to keep this page running. Ever since I found all of this information, I've tried to keep this up for a long time. There's a lot of links in here that proves everything that's been wrote down in here, shows everything. It tells you everything. See, there's even some PDF files. In fact, I'm going to open that in another page, and we're going to see if it works. And it does. Look at there. See, this still works. That's good. But, so yeah, it's supposed to be right here. But it don't work no more. For me. On my page. You see what I'm showing you? So some of this stuff is not that they're taking it down, folks. I want you to listen to me. They're not taking it down. They're not taking it down. They are just changing the way you have to search for it. And they're making it very, very hard for you to find. I'm not kidding you. Some of the Scribd files I still found, but they either under some kind of thing that you got to be a subscriber and all kind of things to view them. And when I put all my stuff on there, it wasn't like that. You put it on there for free and free out. If that's the way you put it on. It's still free, but you got to know the exact link to go there. You understand? And if you use that Scribd thing, that don't work. Not like it used to. It used to put the actual file like I showed you how it was. But that was done in HTML. The reason why I'm doing this video is mainly to show you the page. It's a big page, and it takes a minute, and it always has taken a minute to load. And sometimes it's better to go all the way to the bottom of the page and then go back to the top. Why am I bringing it back to your attention? Because by God, this is information that you need. You need to know this. That's why I'm doing it. So don't say anything to me about it was done in 2016, because this page was done way before that too. Ever since I've been on the internet. This is a page that everyone needs to know. It's nothing but your history of your country. Do you want to stand up for your country? Then know your future by knowing your past. That's the way this works. If you don't want to see it that way and you want to roll up into a corner and put on your little diaper and put your thumb in your mouth and suck your thumb, that's up to you. I mean, I can't help you no other way. I'm just telling you how this is and what's going on in your life. And we're just a little bit past halfway scrolling down this page. There's a lot of pictures missing too. I do have to say that. Lots and lots of pictures. They don't work. They've been deleted. The names have been deleted. I fixed a bunch of them that still showed up, but they were deleted too off this page for no reason. That's the way they're getting away with doing you in life. They do you any way they want to. This picture right here. I've had this picture for years. They had it deleted. And also to show you, not only did they took the picture down, still on my website, they've altered it in some aspect. And that's in that spot right there where the cursor is right now, and down here. That didn't used to be there. Now the red line, that ain't supposed to be on the birth certificate either, but it's just to outline and show you the number at the top up here. And that was added to it. But them little finigree lines there and over here, they wasn't there. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not really complaining about that because most of the information is still there, and the information they were trying to show you was there. So they actually took this and made the URL to it not work. I'm not joking. It didn't work. I had to re-upload the photo. I'm getting tired of doing that. I've had to do that on this website now a bunch. It's getting very old. And it's the same pages all the time I'm having to redo. And videos like this one, it's gone. There's other ones on here. This one's still here. There's other see how it pauses? All these links are still here. Hopefully they all still work. I haven't went through all of them. Like I told you, I've worked on this for several hours today. I'm putting this video at the top of this webpage. 2 more videos missing. another one. That one's on here twice. Some of the information's on here more than one time. There's another Scribd that I could not fix. I tried. There's a bunch of them. There were a bunch of those on here. This YouTube don't work no more. Don't know what it was. It took me to an opera singing chorus line. I'm like, what? So it don't work. That's not the right. I wouldn't have put that on there. Now this is on here. I put it on there for just if you want to watch it, watch. If you don't, don't. It's just something funny. After all of that reading, I figured a little break for everybody and a little humor would make you feel a little better. I mean, it's got good information in it. It's just humor. Here is 3 more that's not working. Now, this video right here is another one that you might want to download yourself. And I tell you, you might want to download it for yourself is because I went to here and it said error. And I went back and I tried to refresh it and it kept telling me error. So I had to actually delete it off the page, refresh the page, download it again to get it to upload. Okay? For it to actually show up on the website. So someone somehow is deliberately blocking information. And it's people that have access on the back end doing something. And it's people that's got a lot of power doing it. It ain't somebody at the place that I'm being hosted by. This is done by someone that has extreme power. Like people at WordPress that tried to took all my information down at WordPress to start with on tattooed1009wordpress.com. Yeah. All of that information over there was taken down too, along with all the photos, which destroyed my website, and I've been re-uploading because I had the photos. I just had to reinstall them. And I did just that. And now they're still trying to take the pictures off. This picture wasn't there. In fact, I don't even think that was supposed to be there. That was just the URL. This one here wasn't there. This one wasn't here. This one wasn't here. This one had been taken down. This one had been taken down. Of course, we done talked about that one being taken down. This one. And I guess that's all for there. And this particular Scribd file works, but I'm surprised. Okay, I'm not real sure that I hadn't taken the time to read it, but the one down here that's supposed to be here, it don't work. Okay, the one down here, I can't find this one nowhere. So it's up to y'all where you are at the bottom of the page. And this video is, as soon as I fixed the other one at the top, this one showed up at the bottom. It was started working. Ain't that kind of weird to y'all? Wasn't showing, but when I fixed the one above, this one started working. So I'm basically getting in here, showing you this stuff. Let's go back. Let me go back to the top. Then we're going to just scroll down while we talk. Okay. Gonna put it into slow mode. So most of this stuff can stay on here. Y'all can see. Damn it, I can't. See how sensitive it is? There's no reason for it to be like that. But it is. But I want all of y'all to see this. I want you to see it. And I'm going slow down it so you can actually read some of this stuff. You can actually see the full length videos. We're not going to stop on the PDF files, mainly because you're going to have to do that for yourself. That too many pages. Some of them got too many pages. One of them only has 12, and we're fixing to see that one here in a second. A lot of my videos that were on here are all gone now. And they're gone because I lost my other YouTube channel. These are coming from the new one. Of the same videos, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I still had them both on both channels. Folks, I just turned 60 on the 28th of September. And throughout my whole life, I've seen a lot of things. When I was younger, I was dumb. It's like everybody else. And I don't mean it's not being dumb, it's just being uninformed. We didn't know these things, people. But now the internet, cell phone communication, the way it is today, there is no reason for anyone not to know their history. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for people that come from Africa that think that that's wonderful and great and they've been abused. You need to know your own history and know that the first person to own a slave in this country was a black man. You need to know that in your own history. Not that you're blaming one race when you have no business blaming any race, except for your own. History is repeating itself now because the history that we seen then is happening again right now with the way that particular race is fighting its own race with amongst itself, but gains up on other folks just to think that they're doing something worthwhile. That is a PDF file. Now what you're seeing now is the same thing, but these are photos. If you want to download them photos and make your own PDF file somewhere, go ahead, because there's no telling how long them photos are going to stay here. There's 12 of them. Actually, one of them was just saying the Act 1871, but that makes 11. But still, there's like 11 to 12 pages here. So download them. Send them to your friends. Copy it. It's important information. And if you do enough digging, you'll find out that they're in the NDAA bill. Or is it NDAA bill? The National Authorization. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the bill. It's the one that they sign every year for the military to give them, access and money, which it shouldn't be there, but that's where they put everything that they want to hide, is behind the act. I mean, those particular kinds of bills, like the Patriot Act, and all those bills are under that bill. You understand? All of them are there. They're going to continue to stay there until someone literally is elected for office that really goes after stuff like that and puts that stuff back into its original form and destroys these bills and these acts that are being made by people that don't like our country and don't want our country to be our country. They want it to be what they want it to be, so they can go down to history and they can be somebody. But folks, these people that are doing these things now, I don't want you to be offended when I say this, but the way technology is at this present time, I don't think some of those people are going to die. Ever. I've been seeing a lot of information come across the pike that is actually really making me wonder whether or not they literally have the technology to actually record the human brain and it respond back through a computer system of some sort, or let's just call it a brain, a digital enhanced human brain that conforms and acts just like a human brain. Now, these people may not be what we would call human anymore, but then again, maybe they could take a human brain and erase it and put someone else's brain in there. I think that technology is beginning to get here. And some of our worst people that we have the functions to believe and not believe, the ones that wants to give us roll up your sleevers, people like the foundation people like that is the people you got to worry about. They're the ones that have got mega money, mega resources, and they just don't seem to die off. Like the Queen of England, for instance. How old is she? 94 or something now? It still look like she's in her 50s. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad about that point, but the point of it is we got issues, folks. Our world has issues. Big issues. Extremely big issues. We need to fix those issues before they become any worse.
Different organizations.
I'm sorry that I did that. I should have started it at the beginning, but it is what it is. It's probably going to take too long to get to the bottom of the page because we ain't went but a quarter of it anyway. We ain't even went a quarter. We might have went a third. And that was as slow as it's going, and now it's going faster, and it's still going to take a minute. We've already been talking about this page for 23 minutes. And why am I talking about this page for 23 minutes? I'm trying to show you everything that's on the page before it disappears again. So when it happens again, I can show you, hey, looky here. What's happened to this page yet again? You see? It's called recording history as history is changed. By whom? Don't know. I do know that I keep changing it back to its original state, or as close to original as I can get it, which is beyond that point. There's a lot of things in our history, folks, that people just don't see. That's just like what's going on at this present time with the President of the United States. Is he really sick? Well, they say he's really sick. They put him in the hospital for precaution reasons. Okay? I talked about it all morning. And then my son come to see me today, my oldest one. And we went out to lunch, and I was gone for a little while. I started on this page this morning before I left, when he called me and told me that he wanted to go somewhere, do something with me. So then I went out to lunch with him. I'd say kind of lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. Because it was after, well, no, closer to lunch, I guess. Like, but he come from up north, come from up in North Georgia to come see me. And I see things that are happening in this world right now. For all of you people that are young, you have seen something in history that no one has seen. The ones of you that are 19 and 20, trust me, the ones of you just now growing up and starting to see life the way it is, listen to me. What has happened in this country with 200,000 people infected and dying within less than a year, the same thing with the flu virus that's less than a year at this present moment. And they're running close neck and neck on the fatality points, going to lunch and not coming back. That this is unprecedented. It is very scary that they're doing this. I want you to understand that this is not what life is supposed to be. If this was the case, why haven't they done this for years? Why haven't they tried to cause pandemics for years? Why haven't they let them do this in years? Is it because they can't start a war anymore? The technology is so fast and so rapid that it travels around the world and everybody sees what's going on, knowing that they can't create world havoc and World War III? Or is it because they're getting to start it? Because the United States just don't want to give up their freedom. But is that what's happening? Is they're trying to completely destroy everyone's freedom? If they're doing anything at all, folks, anything at all, it's not for one person on this planet to have freedoms, except for the mega rich. And how do you become rich if you're already poor and those people are mega rich? Is has it been handed down for years to those people? Yes. Is it going to continue to be handed down, or is it going to be handed down to the same person, which you think is not the original person? And at yet all times now, from here on, would probably be the future of the same person being reborn into neither a new body or new biological resource, waiting to have a new body. A clone of sorts, put into a young child after they get to the certain age of 18. Same person, just young, by being cloned and then brain being modified. Is it possible? Yet, I don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't even want to really think about it because it's so mind-blowing to start with. But I done told y'all that these people are in advance of us by so much and so far, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, and I do want to remind you of one thing, that everything in the movie Star Trek has come true so far. The only thing that we haven't seen come true yet is the brain being taken out and put into somebody else or replaced, which they did Spock, remember? They took his brain out put it in something else, and then put it back in. It really happened. Do they have that technology? Maybe it's not so damaging. Maybe they can record the memory of the brain, which they've done this already in some aspect. There's a lady, a scientist, that she has her own robot that looks like her, just the head part, and that's on this page on my website somewhere, where that robot actually talks and answers questions. And it does. And it comes from that lady's memories. Now, that was 5 or 6 years ago. I'm sure that technology has gotten a whole lot better. But we probably won't never hear nothing about it, because that was probably more information than they wanted us to know at that particular time. You understand what I mean? These things aren't games. These things are for real. They're not playing with nobody. It's all for real. They want you to believe them over nobody else. And they're going to see to it that you only believe what they say. One way or another, this is going to happen the way they want it to. They continue to destroy your brain in whatever manner they can. They use frequency constantly. You can't get away from frequency no more. With 2.4 gigahertz transmitting from your router to your telephone in the house, or from your router to your laptop, to your computer, to whatever the case may be, it's going from one point to the other. It's always on you. Like the electricity leaving your house, if you've got a smart meter like we do, it's 2.4 gigs. It transmits constantly and pulses constantly all day long. Feeding data about your electricity. And my light bill was supposed to get cheaper. It's way the hell higher. Getting it cheaper was a lie. It was a bald-faced lie. I'm telling you that straight up. I know. I'm the one paying the light bill. I know. It's expensive. I'll just give you, for instance, try $4.75. You want to pay a light bill like that? Some of you are. Some of you know what I'm talking about. It's gotten so bad that I got to do something about this. This is too much. Especially now. Getting way out of hand. That's just another little instance. Electricity is way too much. Why? Shouldn't be. But it has gone up big time. Should it have? Don't know. Not for these particular reasons. Not in this economy. It shouldn't have went up, but it did. Gasoline come down. Why didn't electrical energy? It's done with the same thing, either coal power, nuclear power, or fuel. Or coal. Should have came down. But didn't. Still going up. Why? Just like food. Why is it going up? And why is food getting harsh? It's kind of slowly disappearing, ain't it? Shelves are getting empty. And taking days and weeks and sometimes months to replace some of that. Like flavored drinks. Like orange drinks and Coke cherry and vanilla and orange and, just name them all the little flavors. All of those have disappeared. Why? Just plain ass why? Because they don't have the means and the authority to keep the page going. I mean, the product going. I don't believe that at all. All those people are back to work. They ain't that far behind. I don't believe it. I don't believe they ever should. None of the major corporations in my county or city went down. But yet we don't have none of that stuff here in our county. So somebody down at the bottom of the page down here says, I believe Trump was targeted. Hey, I'm just reading what it said. And it was a black man that said it, believe it or not. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There is people out there that are human. There's some people out there that are human and they haven't been brainwashed. No matter what color, creed, they're human. But there are some people out there that have been brainwashed to think that some people or other people or themselves are monsters. And they are, because they've been brainwashed. What do you think it's going to happen to you when you're being brainwashed completely, because they can do it very easily after everyone gets a roll up your sleever? What do you think's going to happen then? Does everybody believe that history is going to stay the same? Does everyone believe that life is going to be the same? No. No one believes none of that. Everyone sees with their own eyes. People ask me all the time that's been talking to me for years and know me personally. They've actually asked me the questions, what do I think? I said, hey, pack your clothes, load your gun, and be ready, because shit's fixing to hit the fan. And if it don't hit the fan, you're not going to have no rights and you're not going to have no guns. That's all because they flat tricked you all and me into believing something that's not real. And what blows me away is they keep talking about 200,000 people. Like that is, hey, one person's too many from any man-made virus. Okay? But that was made for a reason. We've done proved that. People that I know and me and other people have proved without a shadow of a doubt that 90% of this is fake. And the other few percent that ain't, like the fact that it was made in a lab, why are they so worried about this year again? And why is it still running rapid, and why is it starting all over again? To worry people and scare them right on back into the same old thing. What's the same old thing? Well, I'm without a job, and if they come up with the same thing again, I probably will, my company that's still floating, barely, with a couple of people, and I mean a couple of people, not very, there's 4 people works in the shop, and then the owner and another guy, and they're in the office. The only 2 people there in office, and there's 4 people in the shop. And the owner's not there every day. They're hanging on by a thread. And I say a thread. And it's been that way for that company since 2001. Why? Because in 2001, that's when the airlines got hit the worst. Until this happened. This is the second worst time for the airline business that I can imagine. And 35,000 people just got put on furlough. 35,000. because the bailouts done run out. They can't keep the doors open with not being able to fly overseas and use the airlines and fly. And people being scared to get in planes being too close to each other because they're afraid that they're going to catch the deadly plague that's not as deadly or no more deadly, I would say, than just the normal every year plague that they've never been able to cure, ever, under no circumstance, have ever been able to find a cure for what? The only thing they've ever give you is a roll-up receiver that made you sick to start with, and it caused other people to get that way because that person got the antibodies to stop you from getting that. You ended up getting it. Might not have been as bad, but you still got it, and you become a carrier and spread it. So did they cure anything? No, that ain't a cure. But if you all take one, then you're getting stuff in your blood that's being altered now. We've done prove to alter the way you think, the way you breathe, the way you walk, and now the way you think. So if we keep on with all of the things that we do, this page that I've been showing you for 42 minutes now, you see it scrolling pretty fast, but you can read it by stopping if they allow this video to stay on YouTube with its original state that it's in right now. I won't see why not. It's my website, me talking, it's my original content, but that doesn't mean anything. It goes against what? The mainstream narrative is telling you something that's true and not a lie. We have a lot of that these days, don't we? A lot of lies with no truth. To do what? Because we're never gonna have this happen again. That's what Google and Facebook and Twitter said about the 2016 election. And aren't they proving to you right now that that's what they're doing? Even to the fact of where maybe our president is sick, not because of a non-plot, because they wanted this to happen to start with. Maybe what he's got is really not the same thing. Maybe it's a total different thing. That's the reason why they immediately took him where? Within less than 24 hours, where'd they take him? Yeah, where'd they take him? They took him to the hospital. They did. Now, I also want to show y'all that underneath my photo there of me with the upside down flag, you see that it says likes 233. This page used to have, and this is no joke, which I can't show you anymore. I'm sure there's a video or a photo somewhere that could show you, but I don't know where it might be right now. But I know that this page had over 50,000 views, and it had more like 3,000 likes. They keep changing that too. It shows 0 for Facebook, but them likes over there is for Facebook. LinkedIn don't show no more. The Pinterest don't show no more. My Pinterest page, which used to be that was a real good page, and which StumbleUpon has changed names, and they wiped my StumbleUpon page slap out, just like YouTube did when they took friends away. They wiped my page out, but this time they hit me everywhere. They hit my Twitter page, they hit my StumbleUpon page, and my Pinterest page. They hit all three pages that were my biggest push. I can't share no more on those pages. Pinterest has been deleted. StumbleUpon is there, but it's under it. All the stuff that I put on StumbleUpon is gone. The content's gone. It's not under StumbleUpon no more. It's under some other shit. Completely different. And I didn't know that at the time, and I was still posting, and there's a few things there now, but what good are they? There's nothing no more. Tumblr, it never really done anything. Facebook is blocking me, and my new Twitter page is doing about the same thing. So this is what life has become. Freedom to be a slave. You have the freedom to be a slave, because you damn sure don't have the right to free speech. So that means you no longer have the right to be free. But you do have the right to be a slave. So you think about that long and hard for yourself to see if you want to be a free, sovereign person, or you want to be a bona fide slave to being a citizen of any country and give up all your rights to be a citizen instead of being a sovereign, God-given, free rights person. Because you know, if you're a citizen, you're supposed to still be free, but they're showing you now, without a doubt, under any circumstances, that you're not. And being a citizen makes you a slave. They're showing you that right in your face, right now, straight, and telling you to your face that you're a slave. And that's all there is to it. And with that, we've talked for 48 minutes and we went down the whole page. If there's something on the page you want to read, stop it, read it, come back to the video, whatever you need to do, folks. I'm going to put this video on this particular page. Put a link to the video to this page on the video. Maybe it'll help. I doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised that the video would even be allowed to be on YouTube after 24 to 48 hours. I don't know. But if not, then I will put the video itself still on the page, but it'll be on the page and not on a platform. It'll be my platform. So with that much said and done, and everything I've showed you here tonight, things we've talked about, it's all up to you. I've been telling you this stuff since 2009. It's always been up to you. I've made ground with a lot of things, lost a lot of grounds, and no one cares. The ones that no one cares are now the ones that didn't matter and didn't care. There, a lot of those people now are seeing that this old boy was seeing stuff a long time ago that they didn't want to see yet. And that's a fact. No joke about none of that. I've been seeing this coming for a very long time. And you can call me a visionary, a seer. You can call me whatever you want to. You can call me nuts. I don't care. I told people when George Bush went into office, Jr., when he went into office, I said something very bad's going to happen. In 2001 happened. I got proof of that. I told someone that when he was going into office. It's a friend of mine that I work with. He knows I told him that. He would tell you himself that I told that. That was a long time ago. You think I'm going to put something like that on YouTube? Hell no. They would have been all up in my door front if I'd have said that a long time ago. But it happened anyway. It's crazy, ain't it? It ain't as crazy as it's going to get. And that's a fact. So that from my cold dead hands, and I damn well mean it. Abolish corporate greed. And that's all this has all been for all of these years, is corporate greed. And people developing and making things that has made them billionaires, close to trillionaires, to control you and your life in the way they want you to be. Because they're either nerds or they were picked on or whatever the case may be. Now they're doing the picking themselves. You think about it. There's two of them in particular that I'm talking about straight to you right now. Two of them. They were either picked on or they were plain nerds all of their lives. And now they're making a change to make you their nerd. So from my cold dead hands, and I damn well mean it, that's why I say abolish corporate greed. Remember that. Put it in your pipe and smoke it. Because if you can't speak freely, you're just simply a slave. Means you're not a free. Don't mean you don't have no freedoms. Nothing. That's all it is. So much love, everybody. Y'all have a good evening. Much love. And come again, okay?